Like, when is Dick and Balls not funny? Dick and Balls will always be funny. What's good, everybody? It's your boy Peace, and man, we gotta talk about Superbad and how it ruined comedy. Now, everybody knows about Superbad. Shit came out in 2007. This was right around the time where like Knocked Up, I Love You Man, and like 40-Year-Old Virgin, like all those like awkward comedy movies came out where everyone's trying to one up each other with like awkward jokes. And it worked for that time, for that era. But I feel like they try to recapture that time now with today's comedy, and the shit just isn't funny. You really don't give a fuck about the characters in today's comedy. They don't build them up. They build them up and they're just annoying. They're not funny, and you almost kind of want them to die. And movies like Superbad, you really feel for the characters. You really like them because they build them up in a likable way. You feel like Seth and Evan are really best friends in real life, and you're like cheering for them to get laid. Now, don't get me wrong. Superbad isn't a bad movie at all. It's not a not funny movie. It's actually fucking hilarious. I was watching it last night and I had tears in my eyes because the last time I saw the movie was like when it came out in 2007. So watching it like now again just brought back so many memories and some of the humor I get now that I'm a little older. So for y'all who don't know about the movie, who live under a rock, Superbad is basically about these three best friends who need to get alcohol so that way they can get laid by the girls that they like. And they're not really cool kids. They're like dorks and nerds. They're outcasts, but they get invited to this party, and the girls they like are gonna be there, so they want to impress them and get the alcohol so that way they can sleep with them. It's basically the story of every man's life. Going through high school, getting bitches, getting drunk, fucking hanging out with your friends, doing stupid shit, getting in trouble with the cops. That was who hasn't done that shit? And without trying too hard, the jokes land. They landed back then, they land now. And it's like movies nowadays don't do that. You sit in a comedy nowadays and you're just like, can someone die? Can the movie be over with already? But not with Superbad. When Seth gets hit by a car for the second time, it looks like he dies, and you're almost kind of like what the fuck? And this even goes for McLovin and the two officers. Like, they don't really have a lot of whole screen time, but they build their characters so well that you actually like them and they're actually funny and you actually care for them. Movies nowadays, especially comedies, they don't do that. They just piss you off and they make you want to walk out or turn the shit off and never watch it again. And granted, this was a time where 40-Year-Old Virgin, I Love You Man, Knocked Up, these type of movies all had the same kind of awkward comedy to them, but they were just done in such a great way that it can never be redone, and that's what makes them classics. Because I guarantee it, no comedy that's come out in the last decade is going to be remembered 10, 20 years from now and regarded as a classic like Superbad is. And Superbad is so fucking hilarious. Every other word is fuck, dick, balls. I mean, there's a scene where he has a lunchbox when he's a little kid, and the lunchbox is full with dick pics. When is Dick and Balls not funny? Dick and Balls will always be funny. So when I say like Superbad ruined comedy, it ruined comedy because now the standard was set even higher, regarded to the movies that came before it. So the movies after Superbad have to be even funnier. They have to take the jokes that they did in Superbad and like one up them. But to this day, 17 years later, not one movie has been able to top Superbad. And I like Michael Cera. I watched him in Arrested Development, so his Arrested Development character is almost the same in Superbad. He's this geeky, awkward little scrub. He's a little dork. He's awkward. He don't know how to talk to girls. He don't know how to get bitches. But he's so funny. His humor is so dry, and it lands every single time. It could be an expression on his face, and it's already like, oh my God, this is fucking hilarious. And I don't know if this is Jonah Hill's first movie. It's the first movie I seen him in, but he's the fat friend. There's always that group of friends, and the fat one is always the funniest. And their friendship and relationship is so believable because you can see it in their face when they talk to each other. You can hear it in their voices. Michael Cera and Jonah Hill just went 10 out of 10. They gave it their best effort. They put their best foot forward when it came to these characters, and it pays off because their friendship, it's so believable. And like I said, when Seth gets hit by that car for the second time and you think he dies, it makes you want to fucking cry. And then the ending, when they're in the sleeping bags and they're talking about how they love each other and they're going to different colleges and it breaks their hearts, it almost breaks your heart because throughout the whole movie, they're inseparable. So to even think that there's a universe where they're not going to be together, that shit is kind of heartbreaking. And the story of Superbad is not the most original. It's a high school teen, whatever. But it's just the way they execute it, the way they make you fall in love with the characters. Movies nowadays, they want to focus on either the story or trying to make you laugh before they make you have a relationship with the characters and to where you care about them. It's shit is all backwards. But at the end of the day, Superbad is one of my favorite movies. It's one of the funniest movies I ever seen, and it really kickstarted a lot of careers. It kickstarted a lot of memes. And the movies nowadays, they pay homage to Superbad, not in the best way because movies today suck, but you can tell that Superbad influenced a lot of movies after 2007 and everything and so on. But yeah, it's your boy Peace. Superbad is an amazing movie. It's hilarious. It'll go down in history as one of the best ever. Like, favorite, comment, subscribe. If you've seen the movie, let me know your favorite parts. If you haven't, go watch it. Get back to me. It's your boy Peace, and I'm out.